All right, well, hopefully this will let me share the full video. I can't live stream again on YouTube for some reason. Sometimes it lets me, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, I'm going to make some, I'm prepping this corn silk here. I got some fresh corn from a farmer down the road. And so I'm going to, I've prepped this, I've washed it really well. I washed it for a good 10 minutes. Some of it I'm going to take and put aside so that I can steep it in my French press. And I'm going to make some tea with Manuka honey and steep this corn silk because my kidneys aren't doing so well. So I'm going to flush them. This is a wonderful way. This is the most vitamin-packed part of the corn that we should not be throwing away. It's also going to go, I'm going to cut some, and it's going to go into my corn chowder, chicken stew and corn chowder that I'm going to make. And I'll take my kitchen scissors here, and I'll cut it nice and fine so you don't have any strings in there. And it'll cook down, but it'll give that stew a wonderful flavor as well. And you'll get lots of vitamins in your stew. I'm going to take this here. I'm just about to start doing this, and I have my pan here. I'm going to scrape this right into my pan that I'm going to use because I'm going to make homemade cream corn. I call it corn mash. So I'll go ahead and let me set this phone so it doesn't fall down. And let's see, we'll use my honey here. Oh, maybe not. Let's see if I can get that to stay. All right, so I'm going to try to position this while I'm recording. And I'm going to get a nice serrated steak knife for this. And I'm just going to start shucking, not shucking, I keep saying that. Taking this corn off the cob. And I want all of that starch, that juice that's coming out, to fall into my pan because we want that in there. It's going to help thicken it. So I'll take all of this and I'll scrape it off the cob, let that juice in there, and then I will add some half and half or heavy cream or even milk if that's all you have. I use whatever. Sometimes I'll use even a little bit of evaporated milk in there because it just helps it get a little thicker and gives it that cream flavor. See, so I'm scraping this. Probably make a mess of the stove, but that's all right. Clean it off. And I'm going to get all of that from there. Now, I also wash this corn real well. You find a lot of chemicals sometimes on corn. You know, this is from a local farmer, so I have some faith in it that it's not going to be loaded with chemicals or anything. But you still just don't want to assume that. You want to wash any bacteria or anything that could have maybe gotten in there anyway. You know. So I'm even giving it a rinse as I'm bringing it on over under some fresh water. I'm real careful about that. I'm having problems with my kidneys to begin with. I don't need any chemicals or pesticides. So I always wash all of my fruit and run it under fresh water for a bit. It's the best way to wash it. You don't want to soak it. Sometimes you'll just soak it in and all you're doing is spreading those chemicals around. If it's blueberries, you want to just really wash all of your fruit and vegetables, regardless of where they come from. This is okay. So once I add the heavy cream or whatever cream that I used, I'm going to add salt and pepper. You can use honey instead, or also, because you're going to get nice sweet out of that corn, you know, give it a little boost. Of course, honey would be the best option. I'm probably going to use some of Manuka honey this time. because my kidneys are hurting me. Probably not doing too good. But I scraped that pretty good, all that juice out of there. Still be coming in here later, and I throw that corn cob at her, and she'll chew on it like it's a bone for a little while, so she gets tired of it. And I'll let her do that. Maybe you'll find it in his bed later or something. But worse things have happened, I guess. So I'm going to shorten this a bit. I'll continue to shuck, or I keep saying it, I just can't get that out of my head. I'm going to continue to take all of this off the cob here. I probably use about, I don't know, 6 or 8. See how much I have here. It's a pretty lot in there just from 2. But I'll make us a big pot because we like it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand masher, and after it cooks down a little bit, and you can put some water in, salt, and the sugar, just to start off. You want to put it on a nice low. If you have a lid that'll cover this pan, you're going to steam this corn, and as you're steaming it, getting it soft, I'm going to have to look for that. It might be in the dishwasher. You can take your hand masher and you're going to smash that corn every once in a while. Just smash it down, and all that starch is going to start coming out of it. And it's going to help it thicken up. There's my masher. So I'll just come in while it's slow cooking and I'll mash it up. You can give it a little taste and put some butter in there, no doubt, as well. So you got butter and salt and sugar, or honey, Manuka honey. I'm going to use, keep it nice, as healthy as I can for my kidneys today. And it's going to get a little thick just from that starch coming out of it. And then when you're happy with that and you have a nice cream around it, simmering around it, and the corn's all cooked nice, you take some cornstarch and you thicken it up. You don't want to get lumps in that. You take your cornstarch on the side and you mix it with some ice cold milk or cream, and you get it all smooth with the ice cold. That's the trick, ice cold milk. And while this is hot, bubbling here, then after it's all smooth, then you want to pour it into there, and you won't get any lumps. I do that same thing with flour, but of course I'm going to use cornstarch today because I'm making corn mash. So, going to be a nice homemade fresh cream corn. It's delicious, let me tell you. And then after that, I'm going to post another video. I'm going to use the remaining 4 pieces at least, or 6, whatever I have left after I do this. And I'm going to make some chicken corn chowder with some nice fresh vegetables. Maybe not chowder, because chowder usually doesn't have all the other vegetables in it. Potatoes and corn only. I'm going to do my own version, no doubt. And have a nice, healthy vegetable. And help hydrate me some, because I'm trying to give myself a flush out here. So we have that corn silk that we don't want to waste. Like I said, it's the healthiest part of the corn. I'll cut some of that up for in my soup, And I washed this really, really well. I probably will still give it even another round. A little brown. It's just corn silk turning brown. But look at how fresh and pretty that is from that farm fresh corn. I'm going to probably send PG down there today to get some more, because I will chuck what I can. I'll cut it off the cob, and I'll take a whole bushel of it for the season, and I'll get all of this corn silk, and I'll let it dry pretty good, and I'll put it in freezer bags and put it in the freezer so that I can make some corn silk tea or use it in stews, at least for into the fall, because we really like it, and we really like the corn mash. Now, once you put your corn in the refrigerator, if you don't know, you're going to turn it into dirt corn. You don't want to refrigerate your corn. When you get it home, even if you're going to let it sit for a while, take it out of the husk. Sometimes I even save them, because I'll make some Mexican dishes. I love tamales and stuff that I'll wrap those corn tortillas in the corn husks and steam them that way. Delicious. Sometimes I'll even save some of those. I didn't today because I'm planning on getting some more, and I only want so many. But look it up. YouTube, some Barbara O'Neill maybe, and see what she says about this corn silk. There's a lot of uses for it. It's really, really good for you. I started doing it last time I was having real bad problems with my kidneys. I kind of brought them back to life for a little while just by using corn silk, Manuka honey. Just flushed my system out. So I wanted to share that with you. All right. You can always message me. I will turn comments on. So if you have any questions about that or any other recipes, please subscribe. I can no longer live stream. That's why I'm having to do it this way. Sometimes it was letting me, sometimes it doesn't. I just don't even know why. But if you subscribe to the channel, then I'll be able to live stream again, no doubt. I think I lost my privileges somewhere along the way, but I guess it is what it is. But please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll be able to bring you some more recipes. I've been working on possibly some podcasts with a friend of mine, talk about some issues and maybe share some good music and stuff like that. Maybe just have a platform where people can meet up and talk if they need to talk to some friends, and cook up some food and listen to some music and share some playlists, things like that. So if that sounds like a good idea, or just having some home-cooked recipes at your fingertips, videos, please like and subscribe again. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great and peaceful day.